Have you ever heard of Inversant and what they do? Well, let me give you a little overview. It's amazing. Their mission is to ensure that through parental engagement, every low to moderate income family has the resources and understanding they need to achieve their goals for higher education, going on to college. Now, Inversant also believes that higher education is attainable for all, regardless of income, and that family engagement is crucial to students' educational achievements. We'll get to know how they do that in just a moment. But before, I want to let folks know Inversant was founded by social entrepreneur and economist Bob Hildreth. Now, Bob's been here on the show. He founded Levy the Scholars Program in Lynn to match low-income family with college savings and propel their children into higher education over the years. Now, I know that Levy the Scholars has sent more than 70 students to college, and they've won over $2.6 million worth of scholarships. So a little kudos to Bob. Now, let's come back to Inversant and how it provides knowledge, resources, connections, and financial incentives for low and moderate income families to invest in college. Now, to that end, we've invited its very dynamic CEO, Charles Desmond, to fill us in. How are you, Charles?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing
Good.
today?
I heard you're doing a great job.
I'm enjoying the job immensely, actually.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Excellent.
It's a lot of fun.
So let's kind of go back. What are the areas that you really kind of focus on? What's your sweet spot of folks that you serve, and what geographical location?
Yeah, we're right now in 10 cities and across the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Our basic core has been in Boston, Lynn, Chelsea, Revere, and Salem. And we've recently launched a new initiative that's moving into Lowell, Haverhill, Worcester, Springfield, and Pittsfield in Western Mass.
All right, so you name all those cities. The first thing that comes to mind to me, because I know those demographics, is very diverse.
Very diverse.
A lot of immigrants, gateway cities in some of them.
Yes.
How have you staffed this organization? How have you kind of put the people in place to serve such a diverse community?
Well, let me just say, as background to that, one of the things that we know in the Commonwealth right now is that unless we can come up with powerful ways to educate our changing demographic in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, we're not going to be able to have the intellectual firepower that we need to attract businesses, staff, and grow entrepreneurs in the Commonwealth. And one of the ways that we can do that is to broaden the achievement of all students across the entire state, so that we have some cities where education isn't hitting on all the high cylinders that we'd like it to be hitting on. And so that's why we've collaborated with a number of different people in these communities to bring good, powerful programs into those communities.
Yeah, because if you look at these communities, they're not just very diverse, but they're very young.
Yes.
And that is the future of America.
That's the future of the
whether
country.
you like it or not.
It's a reality, and I think that people embrace that right now. There's a big movement in the country right now to say that we've just got to upskill everyone and bring all the talent that we have online. And talent can be found wherever you look for it. That's one of the things we believe in very strongly.
Now I think I also know that you strongly believe in parental engagement.
Yes.
That's kind of the key. But it's a challenge, right?
Yes.
Especially in certain communities.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, my main reason for being here today, and I want to look into the camera when I say this, is that there's absolutely no way that we can achieve the academic goals that we have for the Commonwealth unless parents help us do that. We've been at this a long time. We've been struggling for a long time to make our education system work, and unfortunately, a lot of times we marginalize parents and we don't engage them in the process. We don't let them know how vital they are to our being able to do what we know needs to be done. So I'm here today primarily to say to parents, through this fabulous program that you have that really speaks to folks on the grassroots level, that we need your help. We want your involvement. We can share information with you. We can give you tools and resources. We can show you how to achieve amazing things with your children. Work with us to do that, and I assure you, I guarantee it, we will give you things that you've never have imagined before.
Okay, he's doing the Joe Namath right now.
That's right.
He's
I'm guaranteeing
success to those parents, because parents are the key, right?
Absolutely.
So let's say we've got a lot of parents now that are
Yes.
watching the show.
Yes.
How do they get information? I want to put up the website, your logo,
Yes.
And some photos of some good success stories, because a photo says
a thousand words.
Right?
Absolutely correct.
So that's your website, and
That's
folks
right.
can go on there. And so these are, I know that it covers there, but I think it says I'm going to Hamilton College.
That's nice,
as a family.
Yeah, that's a great school.
Yeah.
No, I think our students are diverse from all different backgrounds and different racial compositions, and that's partly what we're saying about education.
And I see parents in all these photos.
Parents are the key to it all. I mean, this is the big transition. This is the strategic inflection point that we've now reached when we recognize that working with parents, we can do amazing things things with the education of children. So let me just give you one little factoid. Inversant does two things that are unique about our efforts. One is that we encourage parents to save for their children to go on to higher education. So saving for higher education is a very important thing. And we give parents powerful information that they can share with their students on a day-to-day basis that help the students achieve while they're in school. So low-income parents who save, right, even if they save $500 or less, their children are 3 times more likely to go to college, and they're 4 times more likely to graduate from college. Wow. So when parents let students know that we have dreams for you, we don't have only have dreams, we have aspirations and expectations that you're going to go to college. That's why I'm saving for you. I'm saving because 4 years from now, or 8 years from now, or 12 years from now, you're going to college, and I'm putting money aside for that to happen.
Yeah, and a lot of parents don't understand, especially in these communities, that even if they put a little right at the beginning when the child's born, right in the early age, by the time that child is ready to go to college, it's 18 years later, and with interest and so many stuff, they've got a good chunk of their education either paid off or at least gives them an opportunity to pay off the rest.
And what we know is that parents who are involved with children, such as the way that you're talking, starting early, giving them good information, letting them know that they're saving for them and that they have an expectation they will be going on to higher ed, those students, our own research shows us, students who have parents who are involved like that go to school more often than kids who don't. They take more rigorous courses in high school than others. They aspire to go to 4-year institutions as opposed to 2-year institutions. We love 2-year institutions, and many of our students go there. But many of our students go on directly into 4-year institutions, into wonderful programs. So there's an awful lot of indicators and evidence that we have that parents do make a difference with kids who come from struggling communities sometimes in tough schools. But with parental involvement and good support, they can go on to the best schools and colleges in the country. And we've got lots of evidence to prove that.
And that applies to all races, background, everybody. White, black, Latino, Asian, everybody.
The biggest significant factor that predicts success in graduation from college is high school grades. So when students do well in high school and they take the rigorous courses and they do well in the courses that they're taking, that is the biggest predictor that they're going to succeed. It trumps race, it trumps income, it trumps whether you're a male or a female. All of those factors are secondary to just doing well in school and having parents support you to do that.
Tell me a little bit about the Dreamers. We've done some shows here, and I love it when I have some, because I know you work directly with them. What's your how do you describe these kids?
Well, I mean, the biggest factor, I believe, is that the parents have come to this country seeking opportunities, seeking a better life for themselves, and they're bringing their children along with them. The children raised in America, go to school in America, speak English language. They're multilingual, which is another major factor that's an asset. They are multilingual, and they have taken the American dream to heart, and they are doing great things. I have one student, I can't, because of confidential issues, I can't say her name, but it is a young woman. Her parents came from another country when she was 3 for educational opportunity. She excelled in school. She went to a fabulous university here in the city of Boston, graduated #1 in her class.
Wow.
#1 in the class, a very large graduating class, and just had wonderful things to say about this great country and the wonderful things that she wanted to do with it. So I think she's
some of them are the best Americans because they're so grateful. They don't take it for granted.
You know,
right?
I think that I heard that the Fortune 500 companies in America, half of them are being led by immigrants or the children of immigrants. So we've got a lot. We're a nation of immigrants. Go see Hamilton if you haven't seen it. If you want to see what it's all about.
That's a good point. I want to thank you. Hope you're enjoying the Thanksgiving weekend. Say hi to Bob.
I will tell Bob
and
that you
everybody
said
over there in Inversant that keep up the good job.
You as well, my friend.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thanks
I
a lot.
love Charles. All right. Now, before we go, Charles, a reminder that every year, the Tuesday after Thanksgiving, or next Tuesday, people are asked to donate to their charity of choice. Now, this is known as Giving Tuesday. Now, as a follow-up to one of our featured charities on Urban Update, I just wanted to pass along the very cool fact that for the first time, Milagros para Niños at Boston Children's Hospital, very near and dear to our hearts, has its own giving campaign this Tuesday. Now, for every donation up to $25,000, it will be matched by the philanthropic couple of Tomas Melendez and Aisha Boshem. They did not know we were going to give them a shout out. So Tomas and Aisha, thank you. And if you want to contribute and be part of this, you can go online. I know the website's up, Boston Children's bostonchildrens.org/para niños and make your donations. Again, big props to Aisha and Tomas. All right, coming up, we'll extend even more recognition to our city's veterans as we chat with Boston's Commissioner of Veteran Services, Giselle Sterling, in just a few right here on Urban Update.